Raho committed punch out boxing with Finley James and another win over Elliot Esiogbi. I think that's how you pronounce it.
So yeah, it was a good performance tonight. Lead hand was firing off. He couldn't even get past the lead hand to find the second hand. So that was lovely. Only a 4-rounder, so my third fight, but I was really building into it and really getting going as the 4 was going. So I feel like as I start to move into 6 rounds later on in the year, I think that's going to suit me just perfect, because once that jab hand was going and everything was coming off of it, he didn't really want to be in there tonight with me.
Yeah, totally dominant. And if I know Mark, he'll be happy that you get those fundamentals spot on first before you start to move on. So that was over 4 rounds. Do you want that to be your last 4-rounder? Do you want to start moving up?
One more 4-rounder in September the 7th in Brentwood Centre. And then hopefully, if I can get one more at the end of the year, that'll be a 6. And then we can start to move into next year, get a couple more 6s in, and just see what opportunities are arriving for me, really. Hopefully, if I keep putting on good boxing performances that people are loving to watch, big promoters and big opportunities will come my way.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you assess this point of your career, and what sort of things do you think Mark will want to see from you next? Like I said, jabs on fire. What's the next sort of stage of your development?
I think as my body starts to grow and I start to get older, I'm only 21 and I'm not the most mature-ish 21-year-old out there anyway. So I'm very lucky that my boxing ability is so good that things like power and that haven't really got to come into play, because I can hit you all night long and you won't even find me in a boxing ring. I'll disappear. So I think Mark will be really happy with the performance I've put on tonight, but will just want to start to see me push on a little bit more and be a little bit more nasty as I start to dominate the rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it fair to say that you're clear already about what sort of style of fighter you're going to be? Some fighters takes them quite a few fights as a pro to exactly know what their style's going to be. You know exactly how you're slick boxer.
My style hasn't changed since I was probably about 12 years old, boxing on England teams as a schoolboy and things like that. I've always been pretty one way, but I've always made sure my way has been my way, and I've always boxed with my own character and my own personality. I've never let that withhold me in with anything. So I feel like the more my character and my personality and my confidence starts to grow, I feel like the boxing will take care of itself. My fundamentals and my technical ability is so good that as I do start to mature, everything will just hopefully fall into place. So with fights like tonight, I get another 4 rounds under my belt of good experience under some good lights at the O2 Indigo. So now these big nights can really start to roll.
Yeah, exciting stuff. And as you mentioned there, fundamentals probably the most important thing, because things like strength, power can come, but fundamentals can take years to master. And if you get to a certain age and you haven't mastered them, then you'll probably be flawed for the rest of your career. But you're getting that ironed out now.
Yeah, like I say, I've got good enough fundamentals offensively and defensively that I can look after myself against really anyone especially over 4 rounds. I can look after myself just fine. But I feel like as them rounds start to progress and as I start to mature as a boxer and as a person, and that power starts to come in and things like that, with a bit of power and my boxing ability, it's going to be a really fun ride.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait. It's the first time we spoke to you on the show. Yeah, tell us a bit more about Finley James outside of boxing, or is it just all boxing?
No, do you know what? I'm a bit of a wild old character, me. I like to go out, I like to enjoy myself. I have a good group of friends around me, and I've got a great family that helps support me in my boxing. But my life's been boxing since I was about 8 years old. I was never the best in school. I never really went to college. I grew up in the Peacock from about 16 to 18. So I really had been dropped in the world and just got go and live. And I feel like being around this boxing world and being around some real boxing men, and when I say that, I don't mean that term lightly. I mean real boxing royalty. Like, I spend every day with Jimmy TIBBS. It really don't get better than that. So when them types of people are speaking, I keep my ears open, mouth closed, and just try and pick up anything. Like in the gym, even if Jimmy's talking to Joel, or he's talking to John, or Mark's talking to anyone else, I'll sit there and listen. It might not be for me, but if I can pick up anything out of that and retain that, it's better than nothing. So to be around real boxing men has really progressed myself as a person in the ring and outside the ring. I've learned valuable life lessons off these real men.
You're a genuine old school East End boxing kid, aren't you? Part of a dying breed.
I'm a little bit before my time, to be fair. Yeah, when I tell people my age, they give it love a look. They're like, wow. But it's the people that I've been brought up with and I've been brought up around. Like I boxed out of West Ham for a lot of years. I was the captain down there, so I was big in a club that has a lot of real boxing men in, and I've been around boxing for 30 plus years. And I'm quite lucky that my knowledge in my head is very good. So I can sit in a room full of old boxing experts and hold my own, and I can have a word and I can have a say because I understand the game that I'm in.
Tell me one big dream you've got in boxing.
I want to be world champion.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. That's what we're here to do. We all want to achieve the goal. Look, whether I get there with 5 losses or I get there undefeated, don't matter to me. But one way or another, I'm gonna get there.
I love it. Yeah. However you get there, it won't matter. Yeah.
When I'm there, it's gonna be best day ever. So I'm just gonna keep working towards that dream, one day at a time, one fight at a time, taking the journey as it comes. All I can do is control my emotions and my effort. Everything else is in the judge's hands. This is a horrible sport. It's not like football where you can look at the scoreboard and go, I'm 1-0 up and I can defend. We don't know what's going on. We're in the corner, we're in a fight. So, like I say, as long as I control my emotions and my effort, everything else will take care of it.
Listen to you. You're one of the most level-headed young men I've spoken to. So stay on that trend. You'll achieve that dream. I have no doubt. So Finley, I look forward to following this journey.
Thank you.